Number 8 in your scorecard. Number 1 in your heart, Albert Sugar Bear Barberry. Can you believe it? I want to give a hitting tip to a major leaguer, a guy who never faced major league pitching. Trea Turner, please try to humble yourself and take my advice. I'm sure you heard of Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn, 20-year career, struck out 430-something times. Can you imagine? Where all your other great hitters, Pete Rose, Stan Musial, Ichiro, you can go look them all up. They're over 1,000 strikeouts. Tony Gwynn, 400-something. Only struck out 40 times one season, struck out 30 times a couple of seasons, and the rest were in their teens. 600-700 plate appearances. Can you imagine only striking out 15, 13 times? You want to know why, Trey? Because, and here's another fact. Tony Gwynn hit 400 over his career against Greg Maddux. The Atlanta Braves pitching staff of Maddux, Glavine, Schmaltz, and Avery only struck Tony Gwynn out 2 or 3 times in 300 plate appearances. You want to know why, Trey? Because Tony Gwynn and the other guys close to Tony Gwynn in this approach is Wade Boggs. They stood up in the batter's box. Tony Gwynn's right front foot was in front of the edge of the plate because he eliminated all the magic that these pitchers, these great pitchers who are 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", big hands, big long fingers, grip the ball, and they have the ability to throw all their magic. And their magic has to make the plate and do its magic about maybe 6-7 inches as it's crossing the plate if they're throwing it for a strike. But most of the time they don't want to throw for a strike. They throw on the outer edge of the plate. And Tony Gwynn eliminated all that. He got it all before it started. It's magic. So Trey, here's your problem. Trey, we love you, buddy. We need you. You stand so far back in the batter's box, Trey, that when the ball's making its flight and they're not throwing it for a strike because they got a book on you, okay? It's obvious the league has a book on you, that you fish and you just wave at stuff when you're behind in the count, okay? It's not, you're so far back, Trey, when that ball starts to break on the outer part of the plate, you can't even catch up to it. It's got to be a mistake pitch where the ball gets a little deeper. Okay, and you get it here. But the ones that we see you swinging and you're like this, and you're like this, it's because you can't reach up to it. You can't catch up to it. The barrel of your bat doesn't catch up to it. You're too far back. Trey, if you got up like Tony Gwynn, you don't have to get up as far as he did, but if you got up, and now here's your back coverage of the plate, you're not going to have any of that silliness that you've been doing, swinging, looking silly. You're not. The ball's got to make the plate, and here you are. Look where you're at. Look where you're at. You'll be here. You'll be there. And now when the ball, they want to start putting you on the edge, you still can get plate coverage with your bat. You're not going to get it back here, Trey, where you stand so far back. I'm telling you, man. I never faced Major League pitching, but I played a little bit, my friend. Up is the key for you, buddy. You'll be dangerous. Matter of fact, if I say it frankly, most Major League hitters, if they got up in the batter's box, less strikeouts, more quality at bats, more quality swings, putting the ball in play. And putting the ball in play means production. And that's what we need from you, Trey. That's what we need from you.